وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. In the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ says, إن مما أدرك الناس من كلام النبوة الأولى إذا لم تستحي فاصنع ما شئت. Some of the words that the people catch from the words of the early prophets who came before the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ time is this phrase or this sentence, إذا لم تستحي, if you don't have modesty or shame, then do whatever you want to do. So this is understood in the terms of that the only thing that stops humans from doing shameful things is that they have hayaa, modesty inside them. If they don't have it, then you don't expect this modesty from them, because they don't feel shy about doing anything crazy in front of everybody, you know. So hayaa, or this modesty that's mixed with being ashamed of yourself when you do something that displeases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or breaks the morals of the human morals, this is one of the main manners in Islam, because the Prophet ﷺ says, إِنَّ لِكُلِّ دِينٍ خُلُقًا, indeed every religion has a distinguished manner. وَإِنَّ خُلُقَ الْإِسْلَامِ الْحَيَاء, and the manner of Islam is the hayaa, is the modesty. You see, that's something that you can distinguish the Muslims by it, that they are modest in general. Of course, everything has exceptions. We have some Muslims who go low, but we're talking in general, generally speaking. And the hayaa is something good, not only in women, but also in men. Mostly we have the hayaa is demanded from the women to be so modest, so respectful. When they speak low. They don't show themselves. They don't try to get attention of the men. You know, all these things that you know about them. Look in the story of Musa alayhi salam when he went to Madian, and he helped those two young ladies, and they went to their father, told them the story. And the Quran, when he's describing how this young lady came to Musa alayhi salam to tell him that my father is asking you to come so that he can talk to you. فَجَاءَتْهُ إِحْدَاهُمَا تَمْشِي عَلَى اسْتِحْيَاءٍ. One of them is walking and she has all the modesty, and she's so shy when she's coming towards Musa alayhi salam to tell him these words. That means that she's raised in the best way in that house. This is a house of, morals and good religion, if you can say. So this is what is demanded from all the Muslim women, to have the modesty and to have the respect all the time. When they reach out for men and they talk to them, if they have to, they lower their voice and they don't get the attention. Also in men, we have the hadith that Rasulullah ﷺ was sitting in his house, and then Abu Bakr as-Siddiq asked permission to come and sit with him. So he allowed him. He came sit with him. And the Prophet ﷺ was sitting, taking his wrist, and part of his leg is shown like that, So he didn't fix his sitting. He's sitting like this, laying down. Abu Bakr came, sit next to him, it's fine. And then Umar asked permission, he came, and the Prophet still sitting, and part of his leg, is like that, not covered. And Umar came and sat, and they're talking, chatting. Then Uthman asked permission. So the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ sit and covered his leg and took his position good and said, allow him. So he came, they chat and talk, and then after they all leave, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, notes that. So from behind the curtains, she's listening and she's seeing what's going on. So she told the Prophet of Allah, when Abu Bakr came and Umar came, you didn't fix your situation, you said normal. Why Uthman? He said, أَلَا أَسْتَحِي مِنْ رَجُلٍ تَسْتَحِي مِنْهُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ. This is a man that he has so much modesty and so much respect, and he's so shy. So I have to give him this back. Because even the malaika show respect to him and too shy, when they're dealing with Uthman radiallahu anhu. So when you find somebody who's like that, don't try to embarrass him. Don't try to go hard and tough on him, because he's already have that highest level of modesty and he's too shy. So don't try to make, fun of him or make people laugh at him or anything like that. You have to give it back to him, because this is what he deserves to have. Actually, also the hayaa, with this being said, we have to be careful about one thing, because a lot of people say, well, we're too shy to ask about, some issues in religion or some questions. I'm afraid that the Imam might, say, oh, how come this man doesn't know this? or why this man is asking about this thing. It's not proper thing to ask about that, you know. So this shyness that inside you stops you from learning your own religion, which is wrong. Actually, it is the opposite. Even though you are so modest and so respectful, you have to ask the question no matter what the question is, as long as you're concerned about learning your own deen. In this respect, Aisha radiallahu anha arda, when she's describing the women of Al-Ansar, she says, رحم الله نساء الأنصار. May Allah show mercy to the women of Al-Ansar. لم يمنعهن الحياء من سؤالهن عن أمور دينهن. The haya, the modesty, did not stop them from asking questions about religion. They will ask questions about how to get a shower, what to do if you have the period, what this and that and that. They will come and ask the Prophet these questions, even though it's hard for a woman to say that question to a man, but they will dare to come and say it, you know, despite the fact that they have the highest level of haya, because they want to know about their deen. You know, if you don't know how to make wudu, which one is more embarrassing? To ask someone who can help you make wudu one time, or to stay the rest of your life don't know how to make wudu and you're afraid that somebody might know about it? Which one? But we don't reason it. We don't think about it too much, you see? So don't feel shy about asking any question, no matter if you think so little, people will laugh at me, or you know, it's silly, or as long as it's gonna help you in religion, go forward, ask it. Don't feel ashamed about that. And actually, one day a woman came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this woman was so smart because she wanted us to ask a very special question about an issue that's related to women only. So she gave a little introduction to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Said, Prophet of Allah, I'm coming up with a question. And she said one ayah. She said, Inna Allah la yastahihi min al-haq. Allah does not show any shyness when it comes to the truth, you know. So I'm asking a question to learn. And then she asked her question, you know, does the woman have to take a shower if she had a dream or she saw the sperm like men had? Because this is rare in the case of women. So Aisha, the wife of the Prophet, was there when the woman is asking the question. She put her face down and she was too shy. She said, how dare you ask that question to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You scandal all the women. فضحت النساء. You put the women in scandal by this question. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told her, don't say that to her. Yes, women had to take shower in this case like men, you know. So he answered that, and he had no problem with answering this, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So haya is good. We must have it in all our time, because this thing stops us from doing the sins in public. If we don't have it inside our hearts, if we don't have it as a part of our religion, everybody will go in public and he will drink and he will curse and he will do everything because he doesn't have it. Some people actually don't have it, so they do these crazy things in the street. Why? Because they don't have the lowest level of haya or modesty that we're talking about. And actually, Allah Azza wa Jal gives us the sitr, like He covers up the sins and the bad deeds we do. He doesn't show it up to everybody. But unfortunately, some people, when they do the sins, they come the next day, you know what, I did this and that and that, and He will keep showing off. What are you saying? If Allah is covering you up, why would you scandal yourself? That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, كل أمتي معافا إلا المجاهرون. All my ummah will pass, will go to Jannah inshallah, except the people who show themselves in public and say about their bad deeds. So we have to be careful about that. It's against modesty. It's against haya. And some people will dare to get the secrets of their home and the relation between the husband and wife outside to the public. That's crazy. How can someone do that? That's against the idea or the value or the manner of haya we're talking about. جزاكم الله خيرا وصلى اللهم وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم.